Okay, so we have some news regarding the John Deere strikes or former strike. It has come to an end. The John Deere workers have reached a new deal with the company. I'm going to give you a little bit of an article from Newsweek that gives you a bit of detail. And then I'm going to tell you what they won out of their efforts and what this means overall for the workers of this country in general, and what you should take from this entire experience that you got to witness from the heart and soul and solidarity of these amazing individuals that took place in this. So this is an article from Newsweek. John Deere workers each given $8,500 bonus dollars as company buckles to strike demands. So I'll just read you a little bit of it. More than 10,000 workers at John Deere are to receive an $8,500 bonus in what appears to be a major victory for staff in their strike against a well-known agricultural machinery company. The John Deere employees, who are members of the United Auto Workers, the UAW union, voted overwhelmingly to agree on a deal with the firm on Wednesday that will see them receive an immediate 10% pay raise. The strike lasted for 5 weeks and was putting the firm's operations in serious difficulty, with software engineers and computer programmers reassigned to manufacturing plants. John Deere is the brand name of Deere & Company, which most famously manufactures agricultural machinery as well as heavy equipment, forestry, machinery, and other products. UAW members approved a 6-year deal by a vote of 61% to 39%. On Wednesday, it follows 2 other failed agreements. In addition to the immediate 10% raise, workers will receive an $8,500 signing bonus, a 20% pay raise over the lifetime of the contract, and lump sum payments equivalent to 3% of pay in the deal's second, fourth, and sixth years. So what I want to do is give you a bit of an expansion of the benefits that they did win, because that article didn't really detail all of them. So keep in mind, this was the 10,000 UAW union members, the striking John Deere workers that we're referencing here. So of course they got the $8,500 signing bonus, a 20% raise in wages during the length of the contract, a 10% increase in wages in 2021 alone, cost of living adjustments for wages. They got an expanded retirement package options, and they also got this is very critical, no changes to healthcare for the contract's duration. That was a big part of why they rejected the previous deal that John Deere had offered to them, the previous offer, because of the healthcare. And they also had solidarity with the incoming workers. That was another thing. They were going to not provide, I believe, the best that I can understand it, healthcare and other benefits to workers that were, I guess, quote unquote, more new than the workers that have been there for a while. And that's incredible solidarity. So, look, this is absolutely amazing. Now, it goes without saying this deal isn't perfect, but they started out in a place that they weren't okay with. They said, you know what, we're going to take a stand. We're going to do something about it. And they did. And you know what? They brought this company, this powerful company, this insanely wealthy company, with a guy who runs it, the CEO that has a lot of money. They themselves brought it to its knees, and they caved, and they gave up, and they gave these workers a lot of what they were asking for. And that's absolutely amazing. And they did that. And it's great. And this should be an example to workers across the country, workers that may not be a part of a union, because we do know that it's a decimal amount of people that are a part of a union these days. Need I remind you that when only 1/3 of the country was unionized, we were in a period of time that we refer to today as the golden age of economic expansion. Okay, I mean, look, the writing's on the wall. And the John Deere workers, as well as many other workers that are currently striking right now, whether it be the Kellogg workers who are still striking, whether it be the coal miners in Brookwood, Alabama, who are still striking. They recently took their their calls to Montgomery, Alabama. Look, man, they're showing us the blueprint. They're showing us the blueprint. The workers, you have power. These capitalists, these employers, these CEOs, these board of directors, they can't make money without labor. They cannot. It is empirically impossible, okay, for them to do so. I would like to read to you a quote from a book. The book is called How to Change the World Without Taking Power. It goes as follows. The exploited class is by John Holloway, by the way. The exploited class depends on the exploiting class only for the reproduction of its status as exploited, whereas the exploiting class depends on the exploited class for its very existence. They can't make capital without workers to exploit. So when you take away your labor and take away what literally gives them their existence, they heal. And John Deere showed us that. Look, man, the federal minimum wage in this country is still not a living wage. Hasn't been for a very long time. It's $7.25. Hasn't been raised for years. I wonder what would happen if workers, not just 10,000 John Deere workers, which is incredible, but I wonder what would happen if workers across the country said, you know what? That really needs to change, the fact that the minimum wage is $7.25. I'm not going to work today. And across the spectrum, workers across the country didn't show up to work. And they said, that's the reason why. You want us to come back to work? How about you raise that to 15? Matter of fact, 20. I wonder how fast the leaders of this country would go in and actually do that. I wonder how scared they would get if that were to happen. Now, needless to say, that would take a lot of organization, a lot of organizing, and an incredible amount of solidarity, something to the effect of what the John Deere workers put on display with their protest/strike. Look, man, this is absolutely great. They're showing us the blueprint. We're in an era where workers feel more empowered, and what they put on display should do nothing but provide even more courage to those that are seeking to strike, that are seeking to form a union, and that are seeking to exercise their right to demand better benefits, higher pay, healthcare, retirement, all the rest of it. All in all, it was a valiant effort by these striking John Deere workers. They got something that was better than what they previously had, and every single one of them that was a part of this will live better lives as a result of it.